This is the talk back for episode 12. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. So I made a few little notes. I hope you made it through episode 12, really got all of the jewels that she's dropping. I'm reading Vibrate Higher Daily by Layla Delia. My name is Misty. This is With Love Misty. I hope that you've been able to catch up on some of the other talkbacks. But I decided that I would go back during the talkbacks and read all of the quotes from each episode. So I'm going to start with this quote. No longer responding or reacting to people who trigger you is one of the best ways to strengthen your spiritual muscles. No longer responding or reacting to people who trigger you is one of the best ways to strengthen your spiritual muscles. Well, I'm a work in progress. You journey differently with the right people in your life. You journey differently with the right people in your life. The right people understand you and nourish you from a whole other level. Oh, God. The best relationships energetically leave you. No, that was another quote I read, actually. The best relationships energetically leave a light on for you and warmly welcome you in. The best relationships energetically leave a light on for you and warmly welcome you in. I love that. Love that. Love that. Quote, strength also looks like opening up and asking for help from friends, family, spiritual community, and mentors when necessary, and an awakening the hero within when no one sees your beacon or shows up. That's what strength looks like. And, it's not always easy. And she talks about it in this chapter, being able to have people that you trust to be your reinforcements. She says that one of her really, really close friends and her daughter were like the people that were right there helping push her forward and really, really pushing her out into the world, into her purpose, into her power. And having people that we can trust to be the wind under our wings like that is so clutch and so priceless without any ulterior motives. And you're tested by these things. You're tested by this when you you start setting boundaries, or you start healing, or start growing, or when you're misunderstood. And the way someone misunderstands you really dictates the vibration, the vibes, if it's time to prune or not. You understand? Yeah. Another quote. When you love yourself and know your worth, what you allow looks different. Simple as that. When you love yourself and know your worth, what you allow looks different. And I think this is, as highly as one can think of themselves. Sometimes, and I know for myself, I've had to check myself with, my heart being this way or my heart feeling that way. But then also, just self-doubt when I get into such a space where, I'm being really hard on myself, or I'm not being in integrity with myself. That's when the doubt and the worth comes in. And then, I have to check in with myself. And she talks about that. How do we check in with ourselves to really know if we are on the right vibration, if we are aligned? Pay close attention to your inner GPS. I mean, does your stomach hurt? Do you get sick to your stomach? Because I get nauseous in a minute when some shit is not right for me. Or my anxiety or my nervous system just gets off from energy. Walk in a room with a certain energy or certain people, and it's just like, or I could go on and on, but we're not going to do that. Next quote. Seize your power and your rightful position in the garden of life. Seize your power and your rightful position in the garden of life. I'm working on it. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And one of the other quotes that was really long, at the end, she said, your own love is divine medicine. Your own love is divine medicine. And it before that, she says, self-acknowledgement of growth and efforts is critical to remaining in your power. It's how I took my power back and joy many times. Your own self, your own love is divine soul medicine. I love that. I'm telling you, we're learning here. We are learning, growing, adding to what we already know, reinforcing it, strengthening it, getting stronger. We'll say that. We can stand, even I'm 10 toes. I'm going to be 10 toes no matter what. But I have to say that I'm here, I'm showing up. But it's like I'm here like this beautiful corpse, rebirthing again, finding myself again in the dark night of a soul, a spiritual awakening. Pain definitely changes you, but I want it to transform me where I can operate at the highest good, where I can continue to be of service and not be crippled and paralyzed in it. So that's a whole other thing, but the journey you've been through, the journeys you've been through reconfigure how you show up in the world. And I feel like, and that's this quote here, and that's kind of why I went off on that tangent, is the journeys you've been through reconfigure how you show up in the world. But we have the power to work on that. We have the power to shift that for ourselves. And God knows that I am holding on for dear life, planted 10 toes strong, doing all that I can to show up at my ultimate purpose here in this life. It's really important that that journey starts within us. And a lot of times we look outwardly, but like she said, our own love is our soul's medicine. Another quote. The problem is vibrational, and the solution is vibrational. Period. So take your place in the world. Don't remain desensitized by low vibrational, misaligned shit that doesn't feel good. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If it doesn't serve your higher good, don't do it. Whether it's eating, drinking, going someplace. I had a candle sitting next to my table over there and it stank. And it really, it pissed me off. Well, I have a real sensitive nose. If you know about my nose and my other mental health things. So don't judge me. At least I'm here trying to vibrate higher. Anyway, so the candle pissed me off. So I threw it away. Brand new candle. So I thought it smelled good in the store, but anyway. Here we go. What makes you vibrate higher is the way. I just said this, and I didn't even realize we were coming up to this quote, but what makes you vibrate higher is the way. Doing you is a big part of what heals and empowers you. Doing you is a big part of what heals and empowers you. Note to self. There's this quote on the back of the book, and I said I would read it today. There's a pathway of higher potential and power that, when honored, transforms your reality and you. There's a pathway of higher potential and power that, when honored, transforms your reality and you. And me. So I hope that these quotes kind of hit home for you. I'm not going to lag too much longer with this, but I just wanted to, places that I had made notes, come back and talk to you about. What I've learned about launching into the world is that the power comes by doing the work and taking the necessary steps forward. That's one thing. I'm gonna talk about this real quick because I did put a little check next to it. Launching into the world, yes, launching into the world is that the power comes by doing the work and taking the necessary steps forward. Fear and resistance may show up, but through awareness, we recognize these feelings as the terrains. And she talks about the terrains in the earlier chapters. I'm not sure what episode the terrains are in, but the terrains, definitely listen to that and make a note of those, and you'll understand, if it's going through a storm or in the over the mountains, or, just different terrains of life per se. But launching into the world, when she said that the power comes by doing the work, sometimes it's just hard to even get your ass out of bed. I'm doing the Mel Robbins 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm like jumping myself up, like to get out of the bed, flashing light in my eyes, some days, because mentally I'm so low vibration in my own mind that I have to check myself. But what I do know is one day I felt not so great, but I knew that I had a class coming up. And as an artist, as an actor, and a creative, I know once I get in my groove that I'm going to feel better. But one thing leads to another. Like that ended up pulling me up into a higher vibration. Then it made me go read aloud. Then it made me read a script. Then it made me start writing. So it's just like one little step, just pulls you forward. So even if you don't feel like launching into the world in any great, massive way, baby steps. Baby steps. Some progress is better than no progress. I'm saying that to you, and I'm saying that to myself, because I showed up to here with my lip gloss on. Yep. My lip gloss is what gets me here half the time. But I showed up, and we owe it. We owe us. We owe us. What does Eric Thomas say? You owe you. I owe me. I was in class with Tracy Moore the other night, my acting coach, and she had asked everyone questions, and she said, "Do you have? Is there anyone? Oh, do you have anything? Who is it? What does she ask me? Where is my? Let me see. I have to find this question to let you know what I said or what the question was. Where did I put it? In my other notes, the question was, it was, do I have anything to prove? Who am I proving anything to? If I'm trying, am I trying to prove anything to someone? And if so, who? And I said, myself. Myself. That may not be the exact question, but it was like, if you have anything to prove, who are you trying to prove anything to? And I'm like, myself. For the first time in my life, myself. So I am launching into the world and proving to myself that I can stand in my power, I can live in my power, I can be of service, and that I can do all of these things. And when she talks about, she felt, she questioned herself, can I do this? Is anybody going to pay for this? Or, just second guessing yourself. This is the time to launch into the world that what I bring to you is valuable. I mean, I come in the most genuine way, but a voice of love and reason. I mean, what else does a love dealer do but deal love? What you mean? I got bricks and bricks and bricks of love. All right, this talk back went way long, but I appreciate you. I know I'm all over the place. Like I said, these are not edited and cut. So thank you for bearing with me this far. Please share or listen first, like, share, follow, comment. Like I said, I'm always here to hold space for you. I'm doing my best to show up and heal through lots of things that have transpired, that some stuff I haven't dealt with. And I'm still dealing with the transition of my mother, which some days I'm like, okay, I can breathe. And some days I feel like I have about four elephants on my chest. But she's here. She's right there. So, and right here. So thank you. Until next time, stand in your power. Stand at the doorways of your mind. Protect yourself. Set boundaries. If it doesn't feel good, no matter what it is, even if it doesn't smell good, like a stinky ass candle like I had, throw that shit out. Prune it. Love you guys.